All right, here we go again. We got another incredible session. Really excited about this one because a lot of times I skip over this, but what I've found with clients, and I'm gonna tell you a story why, is we're gonna get into auditing your life, but then we're gonna get into your mission and vision statement. I can't tell you how many clients don't do this because it's hard work. And that's why I want to do this with you, because many times people give up. They don't think it's for them. They don't think it can happen. But let me tell you why it is so important. All right, let me tell you why it is so important. You're creating your personal mission and vision statement. And I always like to start with a story of some sort that's helpful for us to relate why this is so important for your life. And it's great because I'm gonna give you some templates for your vision, for your mission, and then we're going to go through all the different steps for each part, for your vision and for your mission. And the reason being is that at the end of this, you're going to be able to develop your very own. It's something that you're going to have written down. It's something that you're going to have in your house. It's something that you might even have in your car. It's something that you're going to have on your phone. It's going to be reminders. It's going to be everything, because your mission and your vision in your life is one of the most important things. So, The Martian, the movie, I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, what I love about this film is this is exactly about what a vision first looks like, right? So, a vision is first that big idea that you have, that thing that's in your heart that you want to do, that place that you want to go, the business that you want to build, the family that you want to have. It is your vision. It is massive. And in this film, The Martian, the vision for them was to get to Mars. And a crew of astronauts, that was the big vision, was what can we send somebody out there? Can we get there? And then as they began to articulate what they needed for the mission, they had sent, supplies, they had sent these things, but the first idea was this vision. And then the mission started to take shape and started to take form. And that's where these two parts, they really flow hand in hand. Their vision is going to be something that's massive. It's something you want to do. It's something that you want to accomplish. It's something that you want to create. It's something you want to build. It is huge. Now, your mission is coming right alongside that. Excuse me, right alongside that. And that mission is going to be your day-to-day operations of how you're moving toward your vision. In this movie, like as I said before, they wanted to get to Mars. It was followed by their mission to Mars. It was extremely calculated and scripted. It was understanding who was part of the mission, what each of these astronauts were able to accomplish in the mission, what their unique skills were in this mission. And when unforeseen events occurred, what do you do for your mission? Your mission plan needs to be adjusted. It needs to be amended. Something has to change in it so that you can continue your mission, so that you could fulfill your vision, right? And in this movie, there was a scene in there where a catastrophe happened, and their mission was completely adjusted. If you've seen the film, you have one guy who's left behind, Matt Damon, and he's got to figure out what to do until another group of individuals can come there and the mission can continue. But these are the things that you're going to start thinking about in your own life. This is where life gets serious. And like I said before, this is just this exercise alone. There's people that you'll pay thousands of dollars just to do this vision and mission statement with somebody. Because when you begin to craft this, when you take the time to do this, everything in your life begins to course correct. Everything starts to fall in line into where you're going and what you're doing. Your vision doesn't just become something where you sit on the couch and you're eating potato chips and you dream one day of, one day I hope this company, can become, or I hope to make this money to take our family on a trip, or, I hope one day no. These aren't just visions for what you want to do. Now we're creating mission plans because we don't want mission failure. We want you to have mission success. Your life should be built day upon day, precept upon precept, a little bit here, a little bit of learning, a little bit of growth, a little bit closer. And that gap of your vision from your mission begins to close. And you begin to daily outwork your vision through your mission. This is for you. This isn't for some company that gives it to you. It's not for a church that gives it to you. This is between you, your life, and what God has for you in your life. Okay, this is exactly for you. That's why I'm so excited about it. Every time I do these mission and vision statements with people, it's the hardest thing, but it's the most rewarding thing. All right, it's massive. I love Robert Schuller, one of a great pastor back in the day. He said, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What does that question look like to you in your life? And in Proverbs 29, I love reading this verse where it says, where there is no vision, the people are unrestrained, but happy and blessed is he who keeps the law. Now, where there is no vision, it's a revelation of God and his word, but that vision, it says in other translations that the people lack discipline. Now think about that, because when you don't have a vision for your life, how easy is it to just sit on the couch and watch Netflix? How easy is it for you to not pick that book up? How easy is it for you to not get uncomfortable in your relationships? How easy is it for you to just shop on Amazon instead of shopping for your mission or your vision? How easy does that become? Because there's not discipline there. Discipline is ultimately, Jocko Willink says it so well, that discipline is truly your freedom. And the more that you are disciplined in an area, and the reason why you're disciplined is because you have a mission and you have a vision. You can see what it is that you want to see so that you can go where you've never gone before. It's going to take a plan, and this is what we're going through. All right, quick plan. It's not a quick plan. This is going to take some work for you. Now, what I'm going to give you in these first two slides is the template. So what's going to happen is you're going to see this template. That's something that you're going to have, and you can copy and you can get it into a journal and you can start thinking about this. But don't go and fill this form out yet until we break it all down, because there's a series of 10 to 15, I think 20, maybe even 20 questions that you're going to go through to be able to fill the blanks in for this mission statement. So it says this: each day I value what in all that I do. Those values are going to come in the next portion, these slides. You'll start to generate your values. Those values are going to get put into that box. I am filled with passion and energy when I insert your passions. Each week I endeavor to grow, insert the key areas of life that you're focusing on. I feel fulfilled when I use, insert your strengths, by doing, insert how you apply these strengths in your work and home life. I experience sheer joy when I insert activities. This is your vision, right? This is the big scale of your life. This is the thing where you're looking at and you're realizing and understanding these things that bring you joy, these strengths that you have, these passions that you have. All of those things are getting into this vision. That's who you are. That's when you're at your best. These are the things that really make up the type of person you are. So don't jump in and fill that in yet. I'm going to give you another template, all right, that we go in for now, your mission. So first vision, now mission. Okay, for your mission, you do 2, what you want to do, right? By how you'll do it, so that what impact you hope to make, right? The next thing is that I value one or multiple things you value. What are those things that you value? Because why do those things matter to you? To do this, I will, and then you'll put in how your professional paths align to these values, and to use my skills or expertise to inspire, lead, so that you have your ultimate goal. So these are actually three different templates. It's not one. There's some that have a quick version. Two, what do you want to do? How you'll do it. So that what's the impact you want to make? I want to, for me, uh, I want to be able to coach, consult, and speak and lead. I want to be able to make impact on others to help them achieve their goals and visions in their life. And that's the impact that you want to make. Then you have your value. So each three of these, that's just the template. So don't go in here now and start filling that out, because it'll just drive you crazy. I just want you to see it. We're going to come back to the template. All right. Well, the next thing that we would do is, as you're creating your vision statement, here's where it gets rubber meets the road, down and dirty. This is where your vision. Now we go back to the original vision, big thing. And this is when you're going to start to write these things down. And these are going to fill in those blanks. So define what you love and value right now. What is it that you love? What do you value? And sometimes you need to look at where you're spending money. And even though you think you value something, look in where you're spending money, because a lot of times where you're spending money is actually what you value. And that might need to change first. You might not actually be valuing and doing the things that you love right now because of other things, other circumstances. Those are some things that help you to understand where you're at. 5 to 6 of your most important values in your life. Now remember, we're going to start big with these values. Get them all down. You want to just get as much. It's like taking all your ingredients and throwing them on the table. And then as you get everything on the table, you're going to start picking those ingredients out to create the recipe, your vision statement. All right. So 5 to 6, your most important values. Maybe it's trustworthy. Maybe a value for you is kindness, is empathy. A value to you is trust. A value to you is hard work and effort, and resilience. All of these things are values that you have. Throw them all on the table. As I said, 10 things, then you get into 10 things you most enjoy doing regularly. All of those things, what those vision could be, what you love doing, because you got to eliminate what you're doing and just put the stuff on the table. Don't think about, oh, I don't think I can do that. That's not what this is for. This is for you connecting again with your heart. This isn't for your brain to take over and say, oh, you can't do that. That's not something you can have in your vision. All right, name the 10 things that you actually love and enjoy doing. Maybe it is cooking. Maybe you do love, playing golf. Okay, no problem. What if you do end up, love hiking or climbing mountains or surfing or, helping others or giving money away to people, or what? Just put the stuff on the table. What would you do if you had $150 million in the bank? What does that look like? You wake up, there it is. You don't have to do anything else. Think about that. And I know maybe you've thought about it before, but think about it now in a new light with your vision that we're putting this thing together. What is it that you actually want to do? What is that sparking joy in your life that brings you that sense of purpose and fulfillment and passion, where you don't have to receive anything from anybody. You can just be who you want to be. What does that look like for you? And take your time. As I said before, get this stuff down on a piece of paper. Find a quiet area. Just let your heart go. Let yourself be. This is the moment in your life that you will transform, and you will truly begin to uncover and shine through those moments, that person that you really are. Okay, what's in your bucket list that you want to see, do, or achieve? Do you want to go somewhere? Do you want to do something for others? Do you want to, I had something listed for my own self about, doing something for my family. doing some things that for some others that they have taken care of me, that I want to go back and do some things for them, right? What strengths do you see in yourself? So list all your strengths. That's another box that you list. Then what are the strengths others see in you? And that's something where you will need to just write a little sentence out and say, and just ask that. Say to friends, family, coworkers, what strengths do you see in me? This is the time to get honest and open with yourself. It's not just the stuff that you see. Gather this information so that you can create this blueprint for yourself and your future. This is your vision. All right. And as you're doing this, the second part to your vision is this part. This is where we're going to get into our imagination. This is where we're going to get into our mind, our vision. This is where we're going to use that creative mind that you have. Just as I said, everything's on the table right now. What are you grateful for? This is when you're imagining your ideal future. What are you grateful for in your ideal future? I am grateful that I was able to write this book. I am grateful that I was able to generate this amount of money for my business. I am grateful that I was able to give to this organization or travel to these places and be with these children and help them that were impoverished, whatever it might be. Then the next one is, what have you created? Right? This is your ideal future now. So what have you created in your ideal future? Are you an inventor? Did you invent something? Are you creating products? What do those products look like? Are you designing things? Are you an artist? Are you, in business? Are you, creating a new vertical for companies? What does that look like? And what will your legacy look like, right? What's that legacy going to look like for your family and for your own stuff that's going on? What do you want that to look like? Write it out, add it to this pile, add it to this mix, add it to this recipe. What are your biggest accomplishments? What do you see down the road that you're accomplishing, that you're making happen? And then 3 adjectives that best describe you. Right? What are those adjectives that are coming from people and things? Right? And as you get down those lists, this is where you would go back, and we go back to our vision statement. So now that you've created all of this recipe, all of these little ingredients that are all a part of your vision, then you start to say, okay, each day I value what in all that I do, right? I'm filled with passion and energy what are you passionate about? Each week I endeavor to grow, insert those areas of your life to focus on. I feel fulfilled when I use these strengths that I'm aware of, the strengths that others are saying that I'm really strong in. By doing how you're applying those strengths, I experience sheer joy when you do what? What do those things look like, right? So you can see now, as you have nailed down the vision statement for yourself, you've added all of these ingredients. Now we'll get into step 2, okay? Now is the second part, which is going to be your mission statement. So you take your time there in your vision statement, come back if you need to come back. This is not a rush. You've waited this long to create it. Now do some work. Set the moment. Set the time. Set the space. This is a serious moment for yourself, all right? And here we get into your mission statement. All right, here's your mission statement. How can I best serve others in this world? So again, we have the templates, but now we're going to break this down. Again, we're taking all of these ingredients, all of these answers, throwing them in a bucket, right? So I usually go into Evernote and I'll just start writing out, how can I best serve others in this world? I can serve others through, listening. I can serve others through coaching. I can serve others through speaking. I can serve others through advising. I can serve others through consulting. I can serve others through, all these different generosity. What are these mission statements for you, right? And then you get into, what is my unique gift, talent that I want to use primarily? So now you've started to gather those gifts and talents and skills. Which one of these do you want to use primarily, right? Which one do you see as the one that you want to go to? Then you get into the next one. What kind of work do you want to do? What does your ideal typical day look like? Do you want to be traveling? Do you want to be at home? Do you want to be with your family? Do you want to be on Zooms or in person? Or what does your ideal day look like? Who do you want to work with or for? Is there a company that you want to do business with? What does this mission look like for your life, right? What does it look like? How do you want to feel about your relationships in your life, right? How do you feel about your relationships now? Are you happy with them? If you're not, what do you want them to be like? I tell you what, when I answered that question for my own self, I immediately was put into I got into a mastermind group, and I got serious about that group. I made sure that I was active, I was around, I was with people, I was finding out what was going on, I was asking questions, I was learning. I wanted my relationships to take me to a new level. I got so intentional about it, and everything else started to rise. As you know, Tremendous Jones says, he goes, you are, in 5 years, you are the books that you read, and you are the people that you hang out with. And it's not just the people you hang out with that you think. This is where I messed up so many times. So I've got a couple mentors in my life that I talk to maybe once every couple months. These are what relationships are directly part of your ingredients to success. The daily relationships, not the monthly relationships, the ones that are really there, that are shaping and shifting. That is the relationships that you truly have, and that's something that you have to explore for yourself. When I did that, everything blew up for the good. Blew up for good. All right. So then you're going to write out your personal mission statement. So you're going to get all of this, and then we're going to go back here, and here's your mission statement. For me, it's to coach to coach and advise and consult through online and in-person events, so that I can help others become the champion they're created to be. What is it for you? Right? What you value, because why it matters to you to do this, so that you have this alignment with your path. You're going to take these answers here in your mission statement, right? And you're going to go back and you're going to fill out this template. This is what you're going to do. Don't rush it. Literally. I mean, if you have to do 20 versions of what this looks like, do 20 versions. I've done this dozens of times, and I have literally version 37, version 42. Get it down, work on it. It's going to change your life, because once you have this document, you're going to have this, you're going to put it next to your bed. You're going to put it in your kitchen. You're going to have it in the shower. Everywhere you go, in your car, it's going to be alarms for your phone. Everywhere you go, your mission is going to be aligned every day. It's going to be part of your goals, part of your mission. What are you doing? Where are you going? How are you being? Who are you creating? What are you becoming? All of these things are just going to be boom, 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 boom. And you're going to be getting toward that vision in your life. Okay. That's what this is all about. That's what this is for, because you are a champion. Champions are not the ones who always win races. Champions are the ones who get out there and try harder the next time and harder the next time. Champions, a state of mind. They're devoted. They compete to best themselves as much as, if not more than they compete to best others. Champions are not just athletes. Okay. Champions are not just athletes. And you aren't here by coincidence. You're not here because somebody I was bored. Nah, if you're coming through this mission and your vision, this is a life-changing moment for you. This is a moment when everything can begin to move in the direction that you want it to move towards. It's no longer a thought. Now you're getting it on paper. Now you're starting to do the work and you're starting to take action. And you're in this community of learning and growing and doing. And you've got this blueprint that's going to be in your house, in your car, on your phone, in these places. You're going to start to see where you want to go. You're going to start to see all that vision that you're writing down. This is where I want to be. This is what I want to become. This is what I'm doing. And all of your habits, all of these goals, all of these things start to I just start to pick that book up. I just start to talk to these kinds of people. Things just start to move because your inward goals and your inward mission is starting to align with who it is that you want to become. It's already who you are. You already have all of these things inside of you. I'm not giving you anything that is new. I'm simply helping you to pick the shovel up, throw that dirt off of you. Throw that dirt off because you're going to rise up. You're going to take that breath, realize who you are, realize who you're becoming, get that confidence, get that strength, get that courage. These are the moments that you were born for. And once you start to do this, then you're going to be helping others so that they can do the same. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you're here. If you have any questions, let me know. This thing is going to change your life. It's changed mine. It's changed thousands of others. This framework works if you do the work. Hard work works. So I can't wait to see you again. Love you. The best. You're a champion.